One of the biggest concerns Arizona Cardinal fans have is how is this defense going to match up with the best football players in the world? It seems like there's a lot of unknown and a lot of moving pieces. Although yes, we did get our leader back in Budda Baker. Is that going to be enough for this defense to hold their own? Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer and closer to preseason and then closer and closer to the regular season, so I'm absolutely super excited. And now today what I want to specifically talk about is our secondary ready for football? Now, hallelujah that Budda Baker is back in the building and it seems to be pleased and happy to be an Arizona Cardinal. Now, I think I can speak for most of the fan base saying that if Budda Baker wasn't back there, we would be a little worried for our secondary. Yes, we got some promising pieces in the draft. Yes, we got some young talent out there, you know, with some little experience, but obviously I think most people would prefer Budda Baker back there for some reassurance. Now, as of right now, what our cornerback group looks like is Marco Wilson seeming to be our number one cornerback. I know that scares a lot of people, but if we can get the Marco Wilson that put this tweet out earlier in the summer that said this, I embrace the doubt in the secondary. Keep it coming. I beg you. It only made me lock in last season. If we can get that Marco Wilson and he actually is coming out here with the chip on his shoulder, that might be what the secondary needs to, you know, kind of fuel the flames and, you know, get some respect, because I think a lot of people, including Cardinal fans, are not really 100% believing in this secondary as of right now. So continue to talk about who else is on the roster. We do have Isaiah Simmons, who it's said to be, he is going to be playing in the secondary. I think we're going to be playing him more in the nickel package, more in the slot type cornerback more than anything. And I know he was, you know, fine tuning his craft during the off season. So I really do hope that we finally got a spot permanently for Isaiah Simmons. We also did drafted Garrett Williams, that he is listed as out as of right now, but definitely a very promising young man as long as he can stay healthy. We also did draft Catrell Clark as well, so that's definitely very promising there as well. Now let's look at the left side of the cornerbacks. We do have Rashad Fenton. I don't really know him too much and I'm not really confident in what he can do, but I mean, we might be surprised. We got Antonio Hamilton back, Christian Matthew, which we've been seeing a lot in training camp, and then Chris Boyd. So as of right now, what our cornerbacks look like, that's what we're standing with right now, right? Our safeties, we know who they are. It's Budda Baker and Jalen Thompson, so I think we're all good there as long as they can stay healthy. I think most people are confident in their abilities to lock down that safety role. But the cornerbacks right now, right? I think we've been getting a lot of questions about Marco Wilson and what he's been doing in training camp. We've seen some good things and then we've seen some bad things. You know, right now Marco Wilson seems to be that number one cornerback, so he's protecting or trying to cover the our number one wide receiver, and for the most part that is seeming to be Marquise Hollywood Brown. I think we have a clip right here where we have Marquise Hollywood Brown getting a catch on him. It's just a quick, simple out route, and he ends up catching that ball on Marco Wilson. But some highlights is he did actually make a catch and make an interception on Colt McCoy. Now, I don't think Colt McCoy is having the best camp. I think he's been throwing a lot of interceptions. So, honestly, if this is what's kind of going to be promising for the future for Marco Wilson, I think that would be nothing but the best. Marco Wilson's stats for the 2022 season was a lot better than his 2021 season. Now, granted, yes, 2021 was when he was a rookie. 2022, he had a total of 3 interceptions, but I think looking at him real time and looking at every single game, it seemed like Marco Wilson has been the guy that's kind of got caught, you know, burnt a lot, you know, especially those third and longs. Marco Wilson seemed to be on the opposite side of that, or those pass interference calls or holding calls. We saw a lot of that with Marco Wilson. Hopefully he can definitely, you know, fine tune it up. Nick Rowley, which is our current DC as of right now, is working a lot with Marco Wilson. Jonathan Gannon, which is a coach that came from actually developing cornerbacks, gives us a little bit of hope that we are going to be seeing the next level of Marco Wilson, because honestly, we can definitely very well use it. Seeing what our cornerback depth right now is, I don't think a lot of people are quite confident in that specific group heading into the 2023 regular season. As of right now, obviously for the preseason, I think the plan is to see what these guys can actually do, and we're probably going to make a plan after preseason, because you never really know what you have until you put them out on the field. Now, there is still some cornerbacks out there right now, some cornerback free agents that I'm surprised that the Arizona Cardinals aren't going after. This might be a situation where we might kind of find ourselves where we might be getting some guys later on, especially with after the preseason, maybe injuries happen, maybe some cuts happen from, other teams. That might be where we might be a little bit more active, but I think the Cardinals right now are in a situation where we're kind of wait and see more than anything. But there is some cornerbacks out there that are promising, right? I think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be going for what we have right now for now. What are your guys' level of concern? I think that the cornerbacks are maybe the I don't want to say the scariest in terms of, watch out type of, but like least experience group that we have right now is going to be the cornerbacks for me. Yes, I do have some concerns with their defensive line, but we got some promising pieces, especially the young players that we have, especially coming off the edge. I'm excited to see how they're going to develop, and hopefully they're going to become superstars. That's what we're all kind of hoping for. Middle linebackers right now, we did end up getting somebody that Jonathan Gannon is very, very familiar with, so I think that will definitely give Kazir White a leg up more than anything. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see what that's going to be, but I think cornerbacks to me is going to be the most we need to work on it, right? Bring some more pieces, more than anything, at least in my opinion. What are your guys' thoughts? Is there another position that you guys are worried about heading into the 2023 season that we're going to not do very well in? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. As always, have a great rest of your day, and go Cards.